is Ariane Liz. I'm the author of this book, What Does It Have to Do With Me? And the Intuitive Body Rebalancing for Weight Control. And this is my colleague.
I'm Liz Chapman, and I'm the co-author of these books, and together we work to try to help solve emotional and physical problems within the body.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about weight. That subject that we all hate, that one. See, we believe very strongly that God didn't make our bodies to be ill, diseased, with pain, underweight, overweight, none of it. Our bodies are amazing machines. But something goes wrong sometimes with some of us. And I've spent most of my life fighting weight. I've always been overweight. I have done the diets, I've been there, I've tried them all, I've lost weight, stopped doing the diet, gained it all back on, and then more weight. And it's horrendous. It's that cycle that you just can't get out of. And when we started working together on the first book, I said to Ariane one day, I said, I'm just sick of this, that I can't lose weight. No matter what I do, I can't lose weight. So you suggested that I may have blockages.
Yes. So maybe something is blocking her emotionally or physically.
Yeah. Sometimes it's ourselves. You know, there's something deep inside of us that doesn't actually want to lose weight. Or it can be friends or family that like us as we are because we make them look good. It happens.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, okay, she cleared all my blockages, so I thought, great, now I'm going to do it right. I'm going to have 4 weeks where I ate brilliantly, perfectly. Low carbs, low fat. I started an exercise routine every day, did the lot. 4 weeks later, I thought, now I'm going to weigh myself. You know, I hadn't lost a single gram, not a single ounce, nothing. So I thought, this just isn't working. So I ate badly. For a couple of weeks, I ate all the things that you shouldn't eat. I didn't exercise, didn't do anything, and I weighed myself because I felt ill and I thought, this is wrong. I'm causing myself more problems. I weighed myself and I'd lost 1 kilo, it's about 2 pounds. Doesn't make any sense. So we then talked about it together because you had the absolute opposite problem to me, didn't you?
Exactly. I was actually all my life with 60 kilo, 63 kilo and felt good. But suddenly I noticed that I was losing weight. And I couldn't figure out why, because I was eating very healthy. I did my sport like always. I didn't eat less, no, because I ate normally. And there we started to do research actually, and searching around what could it provoke that our body is now out of, and there we said already, out of balance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the big things we found when we talked about our different attitudes to food is that for me, I never knew when I was full. You can give me a big plate of food, I would eat it because I was brought up, you clean your plate, so I ate the food, and then half an hour later I'd be looking for something to eat. Whereas Ariane was totally the opposite. She rarely ever finished a meal.
I never.
You felt full almost immediately.
Yes.
You started eating.
Yes.
Whereas I never felt full. So we knew that there was something going on in the body that was the exact opposite for both of us. And we both like to have swapped, really, at that point.
Yes.
That would have been great. It doesn't work like that, it's not
Yeah.
so easy. So we started doing some research, and we found one really interesting article, which was a scientific article, a research article, that doctors had found that the core body temperature is relevant in weight control. In that the only way they could test this is to put a probe deep inside one of the organs. It's not whether you're feeling hot or cold, it's the temperature deep inside one of your organs. So they'd put a probe into your heart, measure the temperature, and that would tell them, and that it would correlate with weight. So those who had a very, very cold core body temperature gained weight and couldn't lose weight. But if your core body temperature was really, really high, you couldn't gain weight. Yeah. So the one thing that the doctors couldn't do is do this for everybody, because you can't let everybody have probes into the heart. But of course, Ariane's trained in kinesiology and family constellation therapy, which allows her to represent body parts. So we decided that, okay, we'd get Ariana to represent my core body temperature, which was freezing, which is why I wasn't losing weight.
And you actually thought it's hot?
I thought it was
because
hot
you
because
always felt
I was
hot.
always hot, constantly sweating, always hot.
And I was
year round.
always freezing all the time.
So it seems a little bit strange. But then you taught me to do it as well. So I tested Ariana's and hers was absolutely hot. Boiling point. So we thought, okay, this figures, but we don't know what to do with it. And the scientists didn't know what to do with it. They knew that it was relevant, but how do they do it? So then we started testing in our own way, using the kinesiology and the family constellation therapy, looking at the different systems in the body to see what it is that's out of balance, that it needs to be back into balance, that will then bring our core body temperature to where it should be, level, and then allow our bodies to move our weight to where it's meant to be, because our bodies can do this. And this was time consuming. This took us a lot of energy because we had to test anything that possibly could affect the body. We tested vitamins and supplements, we tested enzymes, we tested different food groups, we tested, you name it, we tested everything. But we came up with some things. Some things tested well for doing this. They tested positive for changing the core body temperature. We also found that there's a particular body system, which is all explained in the book. This body system, when it's in balance, it not only does it regulate the movement of food through the body, but it makes you feel full at the right time. And since doing this, I mean, it's been fantastic. You put your weight on almost straight away, didn't you?
Yes.
I started losing weight. Now, it's a slow loss of weight. It's gentle, it's easy. But for the first time in my life, I knew that this weight loss was permanent. Now, to date, I've lost about 15 kilos, which I think is about 40 pounds. I'm still losing gently and slowly, and I can eat what I want to eat. I don't have any dietary, can't eat this. Because that was always my big problem with diets. When they say, oh, can't eat that. That's a negative coming into my life. And I'm a very positive person, and I don't want negatives surrounding my health. I want to feel positive about my weight loss. I feel positive that I can do it. And for some of the diets say, oh, a glass of wine is a sin. Who on earth thought of that? That is horrendous because it makes you feel that, I can't. Oh, I'm sinning if I do this. Rubbish. I eat anything I want. I can drink what I want. And I can still lose weight because my body is balanced and it's moving very slowly and gently down to where it will find its balance. And when it's happy, it will stop. And I will continue eating as I'm eating. But I know when I'm full.
Yeah. And we always get controlled. Your side was controlled, what are you eating and how much, and I was always controlled also if I eat enough and what do I eat. So in both sides you feel very uncomfortable and it's not very pleasant, no? To be with people around eating and they always look, it really annoyed me because some people always said, oh, you're so thin, what happened? And when we went then for lunch or for dinner, they always look, what do I have on my plate? How much do I eat? And this puts you in the same stress, and it's the same horrible feeling like for an overweighted person who they also look at your plate, are you eating too much?
Why have you ordered chips? You shouldn't be eating chips. Look at your weight.
Yeah.
But now I can eat them. It doesn't matter. I can eat what I like now because my body's in balance. And that's all it is. Your body is a fantastic machine. It's efficient if we allow it to be.
And it tells you, don't eat more. You don't need more.
When I eat, I've eaten enough. And that's fine.
It's true that overweighted people, mostly when you watch them eating, that they eat actually more than they should.
Yeah.
But this is because they will always feel hungry because they're cold inside.
Yeah.
So they try to put something in deposit for bad times. And in my case, it's the opposite side. We are so hot and we don't want more. No? So this is what the problem is.
Absolutely. And for me, someone is trying to lose weight, and I know a lot of you feel exactly the same out there. You will look at Ariana and think, what do you mean you can't put weight on?
Mm.
I can put weight on walking past a cake shop.
Yeah.
But it's true, she couldn't. We could eat the same thing for lunch. We'd go out, have lunch, eat the similar thing, and yet she would be losing and I would be gaining. So it is the body's inner mechanisms that needs to be changed. But in this book, you'll find everything you need to get yourself on this method, to follow it. It's not a diet, it's not an exercise regime. It's giving you great ideas, great ways in which you can bring your body back into balance. There's even a motivation that you can download and you can listen to help encourage you and help the body to understand what you're requiring of it, because we don't communicate enough with our bodies. And we are learning this, that we have to tell our bodies actually what we want, and the more we do that, the better. So the motivational downloads for weight loss and weight gain, the details are in the book. You get all that on our website as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we have our website, arieliz.com, and on there you can find lots of information about the things that we're doing. We're also just brought out some always cards. These are our always cards here, and on these cards we have a 9-dimensional flower of life hologram. That hologram, we have ways to impregnate it with what your body tells us it needs. And the one I've got at the moment, which is fantastic, is a weight support one. So it keeps me balanced. It keeps my body systems in balance so that I know I can eat. I can be comfortable. I haven't got to think, oh, can I have this? Is this a sin? Forget it. I can just eat because I know my body system will deal with it and I know when I'm full. So that works fantastically. And the other thing we would say is if you've got queries or issues in your life that you're not quite sure about, we're going to do quite a lot of these videos, so you'll find them on YouTube or on Instagram or on Facebook. And when you see them, you can also contact us through the arieliz.com website under our contact form. Send us a detail saying, I have a problem with guilt, or I have a problem with anger, whatever it might be. Send us and we'll do a video on it. We'll give you some clues, we'll give you some techniques to help yourselves, because that's what we want to do.
Yes.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll see us in the next video.
See you soon.
Thank you.